Hey, it's Richie and Wes.
He's Richie.
And he's Wes.
And this is our show. Honestly, I probably just eat too much chocolate cake. That's what my stomach hurts. I sometimes have zero self-control.
That doesn't sound like you.
Zero self-control. Like, if I buy something small, I will, that's fine. But if I buy sometimes, and today was just a little treat for myself, a little chocolate cake from Trader Joe's, that little sheet cake they have.
Mm-hmm.
I ate half.
Wes!
It's so good.
Who are you? That reminds me, because that was like PTSD, because when I was like 7 years old, it was Easter. My mom bought me one of those big-ass chocolate Easter bunnies, and glutton me ate the whole thing in one sitting, and I was throwing up the rest of the night.
Yeah. We are full-grown adults. Welcome to the shit show that is Richie and Wes. We're happy that you're here. Oh my god. Did you see this?
Well, your voice, what happened?
It took a hit off my vape. Also, I was like starting to laugh and choke at the same time.
That's what it sounded like. You're going through it right now.
Today.
But you're here and you showed up to work.
My stomach, my throat. Yes, okay, so I saw this getting so much rage bait traction online, and it really... Okay, I'm gonna tell you the situation, and you tell me what your most logical solution would be. So the headline is that a family was literally kicked off of an airplane after they made their own no peanut announcement because the crew refused to do so. The airline claims, although there hasn't been any video release yet, so I don't know that they were going that crazy, but they claim that they were being aggressive and like kicking on the door of the cockpit or something. And they were like, literally, no, we tried to contact them days and days ahead of our flight, like you're supposed to do, but no one ever got in contact with us. So our child has a really severe peanut allergy, and even being in the air can affect them.
Yeah. So
they apparently had just made a note and was passing it around the airplane. And they got kicked off.
Jesus Christ.
Off.
That's nuts.
And the immediate rage bait was like, oh, the entitlement.
Oh,
and
God.
how, oh, dear kid, you keep it safe. I was like, what? Has no one considered in this day and age that peanuts are a weird snack on an airplane anyway? You already have that weird dry air.
Extremely.
And there are so many peanut allergies.
Yes.
Why are you serving peanuts? Stick with the dry-ass fucking pretzel.
Right?
That's the other...
Oh my God, those are so... I thought they were extra dry. Like, they just suck whatever little bit of hydration out of those fucking pretzels on a plane. They're horrible.
Come up with something moist.
You can, like, barely ask for water after because you're so fucking dehydrated after eating them.
You better ask for that drink before. So, yes, I mean, I get it. People do obviously act very crazy on airplanes, but I feel like peanut allergies have become super common.
Yes. Like, just fucking get rid of them.
Yeah. Holy entitlement. I'm like, okay, are you allergic to shrimp? I'm going to throw shrimp at you. I'm going to Mrs. Doubtfire you right now. Fucking people, I swear to God. Like, how hard is it to be like, oh, well, I'll just put the peanuts in my pocket and I won't eat them for the flight then? Calm down. I saw something similar a couple of weeks ago about airlines. Like, oh, what if someone you selected your seat because now you have to you have to pay for your seat. Oh, if someone wants to sit together with their family and they ask you to move, everyone's like, nope, not moving, nope, not doing. And I'm like, well, what seat is it?
Yes.
First of all, because I'll trade if it's an adequate seat. What's your problem? What is wrong with people? We are all on the same airplane. We are arriving at the same time. Shit, put your peanuts in your pocket.
Just a mess. Oh my God, speaking of airplanes, did you see the lady who got escorted off because she was sitting in the emergency exit And they always ask you,
Yeah.
are you prepared to help out, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. This dumb bitch said, I don't know these people, I'm helping myself. So they said, okay, well, you can't sit here. And you can see them in the video being like, there are 3 seats over here. We can just move these people when they get here over into your seats. But you've already let us know that you're not going to help out in the event of emergencies. So then she refused to move. So she had the whole fucking plane deboarded. And then they arrested her ass. Because she was causing the scene and cussing out the fucking flight attendants.
Again, you choose your
Yes!
seat on the plane. You gotta know. Did she pick that seat so she get out the airplane first?
Right, I had a...
This fucking bitch.
Oh, and then starts saying that she's on a tight schedule. She has to pick up her grandchild when she lands. And
Girl, then move over.
Right?
Or at least be like, yeah, in the rare event that we crash,
Right.
I'll help someone else out this door.
That easy.
Damn. Y'all can't even
People.
fake it.
Right?
Can't even fake it for a hypothetical
Literally.
situation to help someone else.
Just a fucking
Damn.
mess.
Have you ever seen those videos where they show you actually how to work emergency doors and what to really do in an emergency on a
No.
plane? Oh my god, it's wild. You have to check it out. Because it's stuff you will not think about in the moment.
Oh my god.
Because you can't just like pull the door open and like push it. You've got to kind of turn it to the side, or you've got to, like it's much, depending on what kind of plane you're on. It doesn't just like,
We'd all be dead then. Let me watch it. So, because I usually end up getting an emergency seat because I'm so fucking tall. So I like the leg room. But damn, why don't they tell you all that?
I think it's too scary.
I guess so. But Jesus,
Yeah, YouTube some of those videos. It's how to survive
that is fucking wild.
if your plane has to make an emergency landing.
I mean, that'll be useful information to know from Jump.
Sure enough. We don't really get a lot of education like that. Like, I remember I've avoided worse accidents in my car because of certain things that I learned
Mm-hmm.
over time, like such as don't just slam on the brakes.
Yes.
You see someone coming at you, don't slam on your brakes.
No.
Get out of there.
Yes.
Hit the gas pedal. Go.
Exactly.
I did that one time when someone clear as day would have T-boned me, and I hit the gas pedal really, really hard. They still hit the back of my car, but they only hit the trunk.
Yeah. Which is much better than hitting you from the fucking passenger side.
Yeah. It would have been driver's side, like smashed right into me.
Oh, shit. Oh,
yeah. Hell no.
Jesus.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Lord.
So, be prepared, y'all. I'm such a dork. I would totally take like emergency camps, like where, like I've even when when you have to do your CPR because I have to be CPR
Yeah.
certified and all this stuff. Even when we do that stuff, I'm like kind of into it.
I love it.
Well, if you were like one of many gays this weekend, you watched the Chromatica Ball on Max or HBO Max or HBO or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'm ready for your review on this. Because, I mean, Twitter's been ablaze about it this past weekend.
Well, I did not have the advantage of going to the show, even though it was here at Dodger Stadium.
Oh, that's right.
Look, catch me at the Hollywood Bowl, where I can pay a couple $100 for tickets and be in the cheap seats, drinking my wine and having fun with the strangers next to us who are now dancing to the music that's playing. That's where you'll catch me. Not doing some kind of 52,000 people bullshit at the Dodger Stadium. Get me out of there.
Fuck that. It sounds horrible.
Get me out of there. Absolutely not. Can I helicopter in?
Right? Is that an option?
Yeah, no. Plus, like, what are tickets? Like $1,200, $1,700?
Ridiculous.
No. So, but obviously seeing a live show is completely different
Oh, totally.
than seeing it on television.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it with a bunch of monsters. They all had gone to the concert. They were at the Dodger Stadium concert. They kept looking for themselves in the audience, which of course there were.
It's like Rose fucking Waldo at that point.
Here's where the critique begins, because for a 52,000
Mm-hmm.
crowd, or a crowd of 52,000, or whatever the fuck. And as many times as she mentioned it, there were only a couple of times that you really saw the span of what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of that just had to do with the fact that it was Gaga's directorial debut. At the end of it, it's like created, conceived, directed, starring, blah blah
Oh,
blah,
God.
blah, 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 Lady Gaga.
It's like a fucking
Like that. They flash her name twice.
it's like a Seth MacFarlane
It's like-
production.
no, all the credits, right? Which is fine. She's allowed to direct her own shit. This is how you learn, whatever. But directors really have to tell a story.
Mm.
You know, anything you see on TV is really an editor's medium. And the editing was absolutely chaotic and schizophrenic.
That's what I saw from the clips. I was like, what
Yes.
the hell is happening?
3 seconds, and then you were on something else.
Yeah.
And then
And then there were like weird effects where it was like blurry
yeah.
and moving and shit.
there were weird early 2000s layovers.
Yeah, it looked like a
to some of the
Snapchat filter on some of those
video.
things.
There were literal like jump edits where they would do like a repeat. So it'd be like turn her head like 3 times or 4 times, when obviously she'd really only done it once. It was just a little odd. And then that didn't carry over. Some of those elements didn't continue to carry, which I was glad, but it just was sort of a lot. And I get that you want to carry the excitement of what's going on. I mean, she started the show literally in a cocoon. You could only see her fucking head. And way at the back of the stage.
Oh, Lord.
So I felt an immediate disconnection from the audience, but I
Mhm.
also felt like maybe because the songs she performed at the beginning of the show were her original songs, and during that time they weren't really hiding her. She always had the big glasses on.
Yeah.
She always had the big wig. She had a hoodie. I
Yeah.
mean, you barely you could see her
Literally.
lips. Like that's about
That's
all you
it.
could see of her. And so I kind of got, okay, maybe that's the story she's telling, blah blah. Because she did, as she emerged from that, get closer and closer to the audience, and then finally ended up in the middle of the audience, where I got to, I think, the best part of the show, which was just her at the piano. And there were several songs where it was just her
Mm.
playing the piano, looking great, connecting with the audience, well, preaching at the audience, but having those moments of, I think really what you enjoy music for is the emotional quality to
Mm.
it, and how you're connecting and like, I don't know, vibing in that moment. or
Yeah.
whatever. So the spectacle was cool as far as like some of the big group numbers and stuff, but it was very, subjectively, I love Gaga, so
Yeah.
it was fun. But like technically,
It was a lot.
just so chaotic. Just really chaotic. Yeah. And again, this is her first thing as a director. She probably is, I don't know if she listens to criticism or not, but I certainly think it gives people opportunity to get better. You
Yeah.
gotta start somewhere.
Exactly.
It's her own fucking concert. So
Yeah.
if that's how she wanted to do it, fine.
Then whatever.
But yeah, I it could have been
A lot less jarring.
much less jarring. They really just needed a crane. A nice crane shot of that audience.
Get a drone.
Getting it. Yes! Why didn't she have drones all over the place? My God, that would have been amazing.
You know, for mine.
So, sure, you can top off my wine.
There you
Yeah, so yeah, what else? Sounded amazing.
go. I cannot.
But even the group there, even all the little monsters there were like, what is going on?
What's fucking
Editing
happening?
right now? They're like, okay, we love Gaga, she can do no wrong, but I am gonna have a seizure. Like, this
Oh,
is too
Lord.
much.
Well, I had some drag race drama.
Really?
Oh, yes. Would you-
Imagine that.
Okay, so, I barely know these queens. I don't really watch a show like that.
Yeah.
But I do know of these two queens. Okay, so there's a beef with Eureka and Kim Chi.
That's been playing out for a hot minute over
Yes.
social media. Yes.
Well, it has hit a boiling point because Eureka recently went on a show
Mhm.
and said that, they're kind of cool now, but, she was pissed because they were on tour and she asked Kim Chi if she could borrow one of her outfits, and she said no, like I don't think it's gonna fit you. And she took that as an insult and all of this stuff. Then, of course, the Drag Race trolls popped on and was body shaming Kim Chi and all this stuff to the point where she had to reply. And then a lot of the queens were in her favor. We're just like, don't fucking listen to them. Like,
Yeah.
you're fine. You're on a journey. You know, they're just fucking trolls. But then Kim Chi just came out with some audio today when she was on the show. And she never named Eureka by name. But she said there was a person when we were on tour that basically made everyone's lives a living hell. And she got very upset because I wouldn't let her borrow any of my garments. She's like, well, first of all, we're not girls like that to where I would let you borrow anything of mine anyways. We're just not that close. She's like, but also, this person was very unhygienic to the point to where we would have to be like, girl, you can take a shower because we're all on the bus together and we're smelling each other. And the only one that we're smelling is you. And she'd be like, no, I don't have to take one, blah, 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 blah. And then she said, you know, it gets hot and sweaty in drag. And she said she would have like body suits. And usually you would air them out and then you'd have them washed. You know, air them out so the sweat can dry and then you get them washed the next day or whatever. She said she would never fucking wash her clothes. She'd put these jumpsuits in like a plastic bag to the point to where it smelled like vinegary mildew.
Oh, the plastic bag. Oh, this will just seal this
Right?
Mm.
And then she went on to say that she, oh God, what was the last thing that she said that was just, oh yeah, she had like some gash or something going on, some pus-filled situation on a part of her body that instead of getting checked out and treated, she decided just to cover with duct tape because that's going to do something.
Oh my God.
I know. Ugh. So the drag girls are fighting right now.
Oh.
Yeah. The audio didn't pause, guys. We're just literally speechless right now.
I was gonna say I've known some messy queens. Like I definitely. You think the drag girlies are all gonna be like, ooh, everything. All the wigs are on little styrofoam heads and organized by color and cut or whatever. Like, ooh, there's sequins curtains, but it's actually the dresses. No. Some queens, it's a pile of shit everywhere. There's makeup everywhere.
Wigs
is dirty.
thrown about. Like, I will say, in some good drag queen news, this I think this is like late last year this interview happened, but Willem actually popped up on a podcast and she revealed that she is known for loaning clothes and shoes to the girls when they are on Drag Race. Because she has her own studio that she films in and has a shit ton of clothes there.
Yeah.
And she says, I think that, like, I want to be a supportive queen, and I think everyone should look their best. So she's like, hey, bitch, like, borrow this shit. She's all, you have to pay for it or anything like that.
I'm surprised she's not renting it, given that she's always getting her coins.
Right. No, and she said, and she's like, she pointed out a few looks that like the judges like would be like, oh my God, those shoes, blah blah. She's like, and I'm just like, yeah, those are my shoes. The girls brought them for me or whatever. I can attest to this though because right before fucking my first account got banned on Twitter 2 years ago, Willem always follows me on all my social media, and she slid in my DMs one day, actually, and offered me to go to her studio and just fuck around and get done up in drag.
Oh, cute!
And she'd do my makeup for free.
Yeah. How fun!
I know. I should probably re-DM her because she did refollow me when I got my new account.
We were, myself and a couple friends were at Willem's place a few prides back, just because we ran into her at Pride, and she was like, let's just go to my house and hang out. And we're like, okay. So yeah, I think she is fairly
In her words, she literally said, if you want to come to the studio and fuck around and get in some drag, you're totally welcome to.
Good for her.
So I thought that was a cute little tidbit. Much better than that first story we had.
Oh, God.
Oh.
It just cleansed that. Wow. I don't know how to segue into this next topic that I have.
I'm a little afraid.
Other than it being yet another train wreck mess documentary that seems to be the trend right now, that started with R. Kelly, and they've got the Diddy
Oh,
one,
God.
they've got this, they've got the other. Well, Max has the Fallen Idols documentary,
Oh, Lord.
which gets into the whole Carter.
Oh,
The House of
Lord.
Carter, the Carter family, Nick Carter, all the allegations
Lord.
of him being abusive, of him sexually assaulting young girls, him being like 24, 25, 26, and assaulting girls who are 14, 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
It gets into all the stuff with Aaron Carter and how, like, basically he, at eight,
Yeah.
8
8 years old, yep.
was doing albums and like blew up and sold like 1 million albums before he was 10, and
Mhm.
like really kind of gives you this insight into like how could you possibly understand what anybody else's life is like if
Yeah.
that's been your experience the whole time.
There's
and
no
just
sense of normalcy.
know how the whole family, like there were 5 kids, but 3 of them have overdosed. I mean,
Yes.
it's just like,
I mean, that reality show they had was very transparent and scary to watch. You saw Nick being verbally abusive to Aaron on the show.
and physically abusive.
Yeah. Oof. I actually forgot all about that show until you brought this story up.
Wild. Just completely wild. What an absolute mess the whole thing is.
Yes.
And the reason that I even started watching it was because, and they address this very specifically in the documentary,
hmm
is this whole army of Backstreet Boys superfans who have taken it upon themselves not only to invalidate the experiences of all these girls who have come forward,
hmm
but to personally terrorize them by trolling them online, calling them at their house, sending them things at their home.
These are grown ass fucking women.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
By grown, I mean grown. Like in their 40s.
Like in their 30s and 40s.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is. Ooh.
Child.
And it, as revealing as it was and eye-opening as it was, it did start to make me think, like, okay, when I was at Entertainment Tonight, it was the paparazzi, and we did a lot of shit. We'd always get court documents.
Yeah.
We'd always do this, that, and the other. And, like, I know that still happens and stuff, but I think during that era, because I remember when Paris Hilton had her busted lip, and the story came out
And the
about
bruises on her arms.
him, like, assaulting her or whatever. And that just disappeared real quick.
Oh, yeah.
And now you have this, other side of it where all this is coming out, but yet it's also still kind of being presented in a way that's like digestible as entertainment. You're still sort of the same thing that made these people so powerful and so wealthy that they wrecked their entire lives and the lives of other people. We still get those eyes on them, right? We're still talking about them. We're still, I don't know.
Ugh.
I mean, I still watched it.
Well,
but
yeah. That's gross. Well, that's a perfect segue for my next story.
Oh God.
Speaking of gross relationships with underage people, the little boy from Stranger Things, Gatton Matarazzo, he's the one with the teeth. Yeah. He just came out and said that this woman in her 40s straight up said, I've had a crush on you since you were 13.
No.
And he was like, that's upsetting. And he's like, well, I'm sure she meant, oh, this kid's cute. But then she doubled down and she was like, I'm aware of the age difference. And he was like, all right. And then her own daughter was like, Mom, what the fuck? I swear to God. How gross is that? Oh! It's so disgusting.
It truly is. And I know that, yes, stalkers exist in all arenas, but I don't think it's really talked about enough how crazy and just like the boy band people and like these kids or whatever, how crazy those fans really are. And there's so many of them.
Yes, and grown ass fucking
grown ass people.
Yes, and women, it gets swept under the rug, or they don't it's always the men who are sexual predators, which they are.
Well, yes,
But
and usually the
a
women
lot of-
don't end up killing them
Yes.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But there are so many fucking women who are just gross and think that it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, going to a fucking gay bar. How many fucking straight girls are groping on guys, grabbing their packages,
Mhm.
smacking their asses, like
Oh,
being
that's happened to me
overly
so many
flirtatious?
times.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it's like, that's sexual assault, lady.
I never even thought of it that way. I just thought of it as annoying and like inappropriate until I had mentioned it in one of the many group chats that I'm in. And literally people were like, "Oh my God, you've been sexually assaulted."
Yeah.
I didn't really think of it.
Yeah.
In
We're kind of
manner.
conditioned to not think that way, though. But that's
yeah.
exactly what it is. Because
Yeah.
had that been a guy with the girl grabbing, not to quote that Orange Man, but grabbing her by the fucking pussy,
Yeah. Inappropriate. It reminds me of all those videos of Justin Bieber getting
Yes.
weird hugs and kisses by a lot
Oh.
of people.
yes.
A lot of, especially the like Katy Perry and I think even Pink and just
Mhm.
people who were older at the time.
Yeah.
And I know that it was like a cute thing because he was young, but it
Mhm.
also was just like,
That's creepy. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
leave him
But-
alone.
A good take on this is that, because someone was in the comments and they said, oh, it reminds me of Sarah Michelle Gellar, I guess, gave an interview last year. She said that her daughter is showing interest in wanting to be an actress. And she said that you have two rules. You need to finish high school and be 18.
Yeah.
And her daughter was like, well, that's not fair because you were an actress when you were my age. And she said, and that's exactly why.
Well, she would know.
Yep. Look, I'm all for people going for their dreams and whatnot. Don't get me wrong. But if we're going to start using AI for things, just let them be for child actors. Because with all this shit that just continues to come out, it's like just... Oof.
Yeah, I know we both kind of talked about it a little bit on the show, but like when I was younger, I had at least the opportunity to audition in Florida for some of
Mhm.
those shows, and we just never went. And sometimes I really do think like how fucked up my life could have been if I had ended up even as just a minor character on one of those
Mm-hmm.
shows. You know what I mean? Not even star level whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, I probably wouldn't be any worse off than I am today, but still, I wouldn't be washed up. Well, speaking of Nepo babies and child stars, did you see the incredible video of Northwest performing I Just Can't Wait to Be King?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Sure did. In another viral tweet moment, I have 6 going on right now. It's been a very, very popular time for your boy, apparently, this week. It's had the same 5 fucking tweets that are just blowing up out of nowhere. I was just like, this is a kid, so I'm just gonna say, it looks like she's having fun. But really, come on. And then someone said, oh, she has potential. I'm like, don't fucking potential where? That's any fucking kid her grade levels that has no passion for any type of arts fucking caliber. Potential for...
I felt like the performance had energy and enthusiasm. I
Yes,
didn't think
as
it
any
was...
fucking 9-year-old would have.
Well,
but...
no, I don't think it was good, but I don't think that technically singing wise.
Oh my god, my eyes tearing up. I didn't think it was good. And that's my point.
No, but the energy was there. Northwest was definitely like giving it
Yeah.
everything I think that she could. And I do admire that. But yeah, there's so many talented, super talented
Yes.
people who, and of course, again, I have to always read the comments, and I find the dumbest ones. Well, nepotism exists for a reason because that's what gets people in seats. Bitch, no one went to see the Lion King
no.
for Northwest,
and that was a
performing.
surprise thing. I think. I don't even think it was announced.
Shut
No one's
up.
please. That makes absolutely not one lick of fucking sense at all.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in an alternate universe, a unknown 9-year-old sang the fuck out of that song and went viral for the incredible performance. But I guess we'll never know.
Oh my god. I have some interesting news. This is a total shift, but guess who's putting out a live meditation album? You get one guess, and you're not going to get it either.
Lizzo.
No, that would make more sense.
Oh.
But no, you got the right letter though. Lil Jon.
What? Okay.
Which I don't. He's famous for saying, "Yeah, okay." So I can't imagine him having a guided meditation album, but this is happening.
He's gonna yell at you for 90 minutes.
Right? I'm like, what the?
You're on a meadow.
I'm like, what? Get into your chakra. Like, what the fuck?
Feel that breeze.
I don't understand why this is a thing. I just don't understand it.
Well, maybe it'll show a different side of him.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, and people are pissed off.
As
in real estate news, we're covering all the gambits today as far as categories.
Really schizophrenic this episode.
Yes, because the Home Alone house is for sale right now for $5.25 million, and people are pissed because the interior is upgraded. And they claim because they filmed on a soundstage, but the soundstage was built to mirror the interior of the house. Which I thought was just fucking tacky, honestly, but even back then in 1990. But people are mad that, and it's not even a bad upgrade, it's not like super modernized or anything. Right. It looks very pretty and clean.
Why would you keep the same decor from a 1990s movie?
Thank you! Like, yeah, but people are mad. They are so pissed because these people upgraded their own home, mind you.
Then buy the house and change it to the
the overly tchotchke-filled fucking 1990s, which really was probably a 70s vibe. People continue to be mad about the
actually everything in that house was meant to convey Christmas. So if you happen to watch it again,
already is a tacky ass holiday, guys. I mean,
red, green, and white everywhere.
Would you ever put those colors together on a fucking outfit?
Oh
no.
God, no.
Red, green, white, gold. Why? Christmas is so fucking tacky. Everything's so shiny.
Throw in some blinking
lights. Of all different colors, mind you. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. No, even the wallpaper, everything in that movie is completely Christmas themed.
100%.
So anyone that would like to have that decor in their home is, first of all, a psychopath.
Yes.
No.
I can't and I won't. But yeah, people are of course just mad about it. I'm like, why'd they change the interior? Because it was ugly and outdated even in 1990. That's why they fucking changed it. Leave these damn people alone.
Well, here's something that I haven't heard anyone complain about.
Ooh, what?
X-Men 97 is a possible Emmys contender.
Yay!
For the voice of Rogue.
Yes, Lenore! I love it, I love it, I love it.
Yeah, we should have asked her to be on our show. She does everybody's show.
She really does. She's so sweet.
She is very sweet. Yes, we've had the chance to meet her a couple times because she's done so many events out here in LA, West Hollywood. Mm-hmm. She's been to so many conventions. She loves talking about this character. She still knows the lines.
Yes, which is great.
Episodes that were,
Way back in
they're
97.
fucking fantastic. Can't wait to see her sweep her categories. Or category, or whatever. Hope she wins.
Have you seen the Honest trailer for X-Men 97?
No.
Oh, it's great. It's hilarious. They talk about flight shaming. Since so many of the characters can't fly and they bring it up all the time.
I loved how we see the X-Men really at full use of their powers.
Yes.
Jean didn't pass out once.
Thank God.
Spoiler alert, but Jean
Because
does not
I would
pass
have
out.
been popping off on social media for that one.
Mhm.
Since my name, I think it's still Jean Grey's low blood sugar on Instagram.
Oh, very satisfying show. Can't wait for season 2. Speaking of jail. Okay, so this
What?
happened so much
What?
on our show
Oh my God.
where we record an episode, we release an episode, and then literally within hours something happened, such as Nicki Minaj being arrested in Amsterdam. I know she's already been released.
Mm. I can't. That was a fun, lovely morning for me. The barbs were scrambling. Talking about, well, it's legal in Amsterdam. You cannot traffic drugs to fucking places. And you're only allowed to carry so much. It's under 5 grams is the law there.
And not only that, but as someone who's actually been to Amsterdam,
Mhm.
it's not as though you can just go out and smoke crack on the sidewalk. Like
Thank you.
There are cafes where you can have
Yes.
edibles, weed, THC products, etc. But all the ones that I saw or that I went to, all were kind of set below street level. There were little steps going down, and you went in a very low fanfare, not the kind of thing that you see
Yeah.
with the smoke shops out here and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like, you step into a little room, they check your passport or your ID or whatever, and then you're like allowed entry
Yeah.
into the cafe. It's very it feels very underground, even though it's illegal. So it's not just like, oh, you're hanging out on a patio in broad daylight,
Yes.
just openly buying drugs from someone.
People
No.
don't apply knowledge and common sense regarding drugs and laws.
Well,
just how
especially Nicki Minaj stands.
Lord, they're gonna come. I don't care about that. They come after me.
They're not listening to this show by
No, they're
now.
not.
Come on.
It's just fucking like weed here in California.
Our listeners have
People
some
will be
taste.
so offended when I'm like, hey, you can't just break up your weed right here and smoke a joint like inside the restaurant.
Yeah.
But it's legal. Okay.
It's not legal.
Like, it's legal to have it.
Yeah.
It's legal for you to smoke with it. You can't drive under the influence of it. You can't, like, it's just like alcohol.
You can't light up at a bar.
No.
You can't walk down the sidewalk doing it.
No, it's.
I remember seeing someone, so we voted for this several years ago. Was it like 2016?
Yeah.
It's a while ago. I remember literally we've had the vote. It passed. News was like, yay, it's passed. It'll take effect, blah, 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 blah. No one paid attention to that. The next day, I saw someone smoking a joint walking down the sidewalk.
Yes.
I'm like, this is not how
It's
it works.
not how it works. It's not how any of this works.
Literally has not even taken effect yet. They're still
I just.
still working out the kinks here.
People are just.
Ooh.
People are less than smart when it comes to laws and politics in general.
Well, speaking of less than smart,
Oh, God, what?
the crypto bros
Oh, God.
got a pump and dump scheme served to them over the weekend via Caitlyn Jenner.
What? How did I miss this?
Started her own cryptocurrency. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm actually smart, and my brain is trying to wrap its head around this story. What?
Yes, Caitlyn Jenner had a very bizarre cryptocurrency launch that, like, people were buying in and went way up, and then it was a pump and dump, basically, where you run the value up and the people sell, and yeah.
Oh
So
my God.
now Caitlyn has her own Cryptocurrency. I don't know what the current value is.
I can't. I can't deal with cryptocurrency in general. That's actually one of my red flags if I'm ever on a date with someone. The second they mention it, I'm immediately fucking checked out. I just think scammers. I can't do it. I can't do it. Don't try to get me in your crypto situation. Don't try to get me in your MLMs. Like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. It was a whole thing. People were going really crazy over it, and then it like went up, and then it just it was a whole
That's so fucking strange.
bizarre.
How weird.
I don't know enough about it. I know somehow. I just know it's a fucking scam.
Yes, exactly. Same. I don't even want to know more about it. I don't want
to explain
more about
how
it. There's a crypto ATM at the smoke shop by my house that I get my vapes at. And it's just the whole. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. And you can't even withdraw money. You can just deposit money into it. So I'm like, that's not how an ATM works.
Not only that, but the value of it rises and decreases in weird ways, and it just doesn't.
I don't trust it.
No.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I'm good. I will stick with normal money. I don't need to learn about any new type of currency. I'm good.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my god.
It seems like the perfect person to.
Oh, 100%. Scamming, attention seeking. I mean,
It's got it all.
oh my god. So, the friend in my head, Aubrey O'Day, and I say this because she is someone that actually follows me on social media whenever I get suspended and come back, and has actually DM'd me personally to say thank you to me for sticking up for women and sticking up for her. And I thought that was cute. I was like, what the fuck? Is this like a troll account? I'm like, no, this is her actual official Twitter. I'm like, that's so cute and sweet. So we're going to be friends one day. I'm going to manifest it. She lives here in LA.
Aubrey, come on the show.
I also want her to be on a Real Housewives show because her commentary on everything is fucking hilarious. She's currently on this fucking Zeus show called Baddies. It's like a continuation of Bad Girls Club, basically, but they're all in their fucking 40s. Which I was like, that seems lowbrow for Aubrey, because normally she's on a Celebrity Big Brother situation, she's on a Marriage Boot Camp situation, she's on shows you the majority of people watch, like not a show that people are just fighting all the time.
Right.
But oh my god, the clips. It makes so much sense because found out once she has a clause for her contract that they cannot touch her. Because she said plenty of times she's not a fighter.
No.
She will call a lawyer before she throws a fist. And for that, I say me too. But I actually am a fighter sometimes. But they brought these girls out to this beach because they're like in the Caribbean somewhere on a vacation, which I said from jump on, she'll probably have like a 5-episode arc and she's there for the vacation and some wine and some cute photo ops. And I don't blame the girl. And she's just watching all this chaos happen around her, and she goes into her confessional, and she says, I don't know what these producers are thinking, because she's all, we walk into the worst fucking case scenario ever. She's like, first of all, we have all these rowdy girls that love to fight. Oh, there's a bonfire. That's smart. She's like, I just see a variety of scenarios that I don't want to be a part of that can go way left and things that can be used as weapons. Oh, there are tiki torches. Oh, who thought about this trip? And sure enough, these girls start fighting on the goddamn beach.
Yeah, of course.
And every time she's behind a security guard, it's just like making expressions like, I'm not involved here. There was a fight at a dinner table and she's me. She's just there with her glass of wine, just sipping while everyone's trying to break these girls up.
It's like, I'm going to enjoy my meal.
Right, perfect comedy fucking relief.
She stays working.
Yes!
She really does.
If there's two things Aubrey O'Day is going to do, it's stay on Diddy's neck and collect the check. And for that, I can't be mad at her about.
Didn't even more come out about Diddy recently, too?
He has another lawsuit. Yes.
It's piling on. Who's next?
I don't know.
Aside from Jay-Z, who's next?
Oh, God. Seriously. Oh, did you see about that Sean Kingston news?
No.
Oh God! So Sean Kingston, if you don't remember him, understandable because he hasn't had a hit in like 13 years. But he sang that "Beautiful Girl" song, and he was everywhere for like a hot minute.
Yeah.
He's the Jamaican guy with all the autotune in his voice. So he's already been involved in a lot of weird scam-like situations. Like he's had like 3 cars repossessed when he was like dating some celebrity, like while they were at dinner. He's had some sexual assault allegations thrown at him that he's had to settle. Well, the newest one is that there was a whole fucking FBI raid at his mansion in Florida.
How does he still have a mansion?
Thank you. Where there are...
like why the FBI is raiding.
Right. Where there are like 7 luxury cars, like Lamborghinis and G-Wagons and shit out front. And it's because he has a tendency of getting goods and never paying for them. So this man installed a $150,000 sound system in his mansion, which he's renting, by the way. And he always goes around with, oh yeah, you know, like I work with Justin Bieber. They haven't worked together in like fucking 10 years. And all these things. So now they have raided his home and seized his property, arrested his mother, because she's involved as well.
Oh no.
They seized $1 billion worth of watches, amongst other things.
How many watches is that?
Thank you!
That is insane.
That is also when I found out that watches are actually one of the key things that you should buy if you're actually investing in jewelry because they appreciate. I did not know that.
Well, of course, depending on the watch.
Well, yes, yeah. But I mean, the ones he had definitely, because $1 billion worth of fucking... What? That is crazy. It's like $4 million in cars, $1 billion worth of watches, amongst other things that were seized from the property. Mother arrested, him arrested.
I mean, I know a Rolex can be very, very expensive. I can't really think of any other.
Right, same.
I know there are Rolex level brands that fancy people know.
Mm-hmm.
But
we are not fancy. You know this show already.
Yeah, you can have $1 million watch. But who's wearing all those watches?
Right? Thank you! Like, huh?
Get that collection, but damn.
Also,
how does he have this kind of money?
You haven't written on the song in a hot minute as far as I'm aware of. Apparently just Ponzi scheming people.
I guess so. Oh my god.
It just blows my mind.
I feel like there's, especially with musicians, there's they always have to live really large. They always have to have the whole crew. They have to have security. Mm-hmm. They have to have like all this stuff. Like especially with musicians, I feel like their money goes so fast.
Oh, totally. That's why Britney buys shit from Shein. Which, mind you, you see that she had all of her jewelry stolen, but then she admitted that it was mostly fake. But oh my God. Yes, out of her mansion.
Someone broke into Britney's mansion?
She's been hanging out with this weird, sketchy guy that people are claiming is her boyfriend, but I don't think that they actually are. But he has a criminal record, and I will say this, that one of my former security guards that I had to fire was working for her, and I think still is, and he was hella shady. But
I don't know if she's a great judge of character.
She's not.
Honestly.
She's totally not.
Britney.
No. But great ear for music, great judge of artistic things, but people in general, no. But and then this one guy from some artist, I don't know who the fuck he is, so I'm not gonna look it up either. But he was breaking down how his Live Nation contract worked out. And he was like, they give me like $1 million, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm good. But then you break down the contract, and he's like, I have to do 36 shows in order to and sell them all out, mind you, to even pay back this advance that I got.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and I'm not getting money for the $40 in parking. He's
Right.
all, I'm paying for the catering. Like, so he's paying for the
For, like, the
venue
VIPs
giving
and-
hot dogs and stuff. No, just the normal concession
Oh.
stands. Yes.
Which is so fucked up because
And he doesn't get a cut of that either. So, and Live Nation owns these
I was
arenas.
going to say that Live Nation owns the arenas, and then Ticketmaster owns Live Nation.
Yes.
So they make money from the tickets.
Like, he's also
and pay themselves
Yes.
for the arena.
So he said he's like, I'm not doing any more of these Live Nation sponsored
Yeah.
anything because he's like, I had to really sit down and break it down in my contract. And he's like, wait, something doesn't make any sense.
Uh-huh.
He's all, I have to sell out 36 fucking shows, which is me working nonstop and praying that they're sold out for me to even be clear
Mm-hmm.
and not in the red. He's all, but I'm paying for the sodas and the alcohol and the hot dogs and shit that I was thinking the venue is paying for. No, that's out of the artist. And he's like, I'm not getting a cut of that. I'm not getting a cut of the parking that they're forcing people to pay. I was like, holy fuck. Yeah, he gets like, his merch, obviously. But him actually he's just working,
Right.
well, these artists, I should say, are just working to pay back Live Nation. And even more, lining their pockets.
Mm-hmm. Completely. Yeah, and then when you're a larger caliber,
Yes.
then you're charging nearly what,
Yeah.
$1,500
Yes.
for
Oh, and then he said,
I mean, no shit, because obviously, like, Taylor Swift isn't going to lose money
right.
going on a concert tour.
Yes.
So,
And then he was saying, and then they'll, without consulting the artist, they'll do these massive ticket drops. So I'm counting on people paying $90 a ticket for me, and now it's $20 a ticket, which it wasn't my choice.
right.
Live Nation did this, which now puts me even more in the red because I'm betting on tickets being around this amount of money to pay this company back, and they just went ahead
Yeah.
and lowered what the ticket prices were. So now I'm immediately in the red and have to do even more shows. Fucking scammers.
Yeah, the music industry is
And
truly organized crime.
that's why I don't blame Britney for stepping away and be like, I'm done with this. She made $40 million in that fucking book last year. I don't blame her. Like,
She just did. Fuck, I forget the girl's name. She just did an interview.
yeah, with Tate McRae.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten to read it yet, but that sounds really cute. That's
It
a
was really
great
cute.
little
It was very
segue
cute.
for her, I
Yeah.
think.
You could tell that she just emailed her and then she just, but either way. Or maybe it's a phone call or, something like that. But so I think that's cute. And everyone's saying that she's the new Britney, which no one's going to ever be the new Britney. There's never going to be
No.
a new Britney, Madonna, Beyonce, Gaga at all in the current climate of the
No.
music industry. That those things just don't
Well,
exist anymore.
But also, they're still around. It's not like their music
Exactly.
has been archived
No.
and you can't listen to it anymore. Like, it's still
Yes.
here. Like,
But the whole landscape of how people purchase music is totally different.
right.
Which is why I'm just like, I get so irritated when it's like, oh, this person sold this much and in your favor. I'm like, yeah, but when these people were around, people were going to stores, standing in line to purchase a CD. They weren't just doing all these gimmicks to hit play on a song and have it streaming all night long when you're sleeping just to get the view, like just get the fucking numbers up. Two completely different worlds.
Very different models. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, the music industry is just fucking crazy. That's why Rihanna's not fucking making this damn album. She's just
I'm
selling
gonna
her fucking
make
panties and shit.
Babe, she's like, I'm going to sell makeup.
Right?
I am going to sell these silk underwear.
That's why Britney's perfumes are still a massive moneymaker for her. She's like, oh, okay, I gotta get on the stage. She's gotta sell these fucking fantasy number 17 now with a different bottle and
Good for her.
money in the bank.
Yeah.
I do not blame anyone for wanting to step away when they're done with it.
Yeah, even people who get a taste of it and realize how much pressure it is and all that stuff, like plenty of people have that one
Yeah,
thing that they did, and then they're like, "Ooh, okay,
like that was enough.
I'm gonna get to my real life
I got a
now."
taste of it, and that was it.
Yeah, yeah. I think it takes, as we're finding in Hollywood, it definitely takes someone who is very, very, very tenacious and driven and is willing to sort of put up with a lot of that static or find
Mhm.
ways to navigate around a lot of the negativity
Yeah,
in Hollywood. Because there are plenty of good people, artistic people. There's little cliques and groups that are,
yeah.
it's not like a total hellscape everywhere you go, but certainly enough of one where anyone who's that big of a star,
Hmm.
like that's why when I hear stories about someone like Angelina Jolie getting pissed off that Disney changed the color of her magic in
Wait, that's the thing. I'm sorry.
Oh
What?
yeah.
Can you back up? Let's rewind that. What?
Okay. So first of all, this is from a trusted inside source on Maleficent,
Uh-huh.
that not only was she the one instrumental with coming up with the look, she had
Hmm.
that headpiece made for her
Hmm.
by someone that she
Yeah.
commissioned to do it. And also, I believe she only works with one director.
Oh, wow.
So whoever the director of the film was, he wasn't directing Angelina Jolie. At least that was my understanding of how that all worked
Hmm.
out, basically. Like she,
Wow.
yes. And then there was this whole thing with how the character would look and what color the magic would be. And when Disney came out with the first trailer, it was a different color than it ended up being in the film.
Oh my
because
gosh.
she was like, you said the magic
Oh
was going to
my
be
God.
this color, and you change the color of the magic, and no, you don't. And when you hear shit like that, you're like, that's absolutely bonkers. But also, she had a contract and she had an agreement, and
Yes.
decisions were made, and she was part of those decisions, and you don't go back on what
Very
you
true.
said it was going to be.
Damn.
Yeah. So someone like that, then you also realize how much control they really have on what they're
Uh-huh.
doing, and they're
Yeah.
obviously kind of very smart in how they're
Yeah.
handling themselves.
Oh,
And
totally.
yeah, they're not letting anyone push them around.
Yes.
I mean, obviously that's Angelina Jolie is a
Well, yeah.
very high
Exactly.
echelon of
100%.
Hollywood, but certainly she's not the only one that has their boundaries.
Hmm. Jesus. Oh my God. One more music little take. So this has been popping on Twitter. This new artist named Pink Pentress. She just came out,
Oh,
yes, saying that she doesn't see a need for songs to be longer than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. She's like, there doesn't need to be a repeated verse. There doesn't need to be a bridge. Bitch, what?
You
The
just giving us
bridge is
all-
the best part of a song half the time.
you're giving us all chorus? Like, come on.
Right?
Yeah, a good little bridge definitely makes a
Yes.
song. Mhm.
Someone said it perfectly, and I can't even take credit for this. They said not all songs that are good, well, not all songs with bridges are good, but all great songs have bridges. And Auntie Dionne Warwick caught wind of this, and she retweeted with one character, a question mark. Like, what?
The girl. Yeah, no.
That's why I don't like a lot of this new music, because it's so rushed, and it feels just incomplete and lazy. It's like, record a fucking bridge, loop that chorus 2 more times. Like, come on. And I'm down for a deconstructed song.
Sure.
One of the most famous
Everyone
ones is
can-
fucking Slave For You. That song
Yeah.
did not follow the verse, pre-chorus, chorus, first pre-chorus, chorus, bridge. No, that song was completely deviated from the normal song structure, but it worked. These new songs are just, it's like they're missing elements.
They're designed to be on TikTok.
Yes,
and
exactly.
just have 90 seconds of the song that's actually being used, which is very smart, and I get why people do that, because that's how they're going to pop off. That's how they're going to, what have you, and everyone deserves their own process, but to make it sound as though songs don't need that.
Right?
Maybe
No.
no. Maybe your songs don't have that. and that's
Exactly.
fine, 'cause that's what you do. Yeah, songwriting is actually really interesting. I was trying to write a song, had like an idea for just like a silly song, and it's actually very interesting how songs are structured,
Mhm.
how you have, like you said, how you have the verse, the pre-chorus, of the chorus, and then so basically the bridge is that one part of the song that's just a little different,
Uh-huh.
and usually sets off sort of
Yes.
it's usually near the end of the
And
song,
it
usually
just
after the
it
second chorus.
combines everything. It's called a bridge for a reason. It bridges the songs beginning and end together. They don't call Michelle Williams, but they tell Michelle the Bridge Williams because she killed the fucking bridges on every single track of there. She was the bridge girl. That bridge and Survivor.
Oh yeah.
Songs should be a journey. They should make you feel things. Songs should not just be hit play and then you get a couple of head nods out of it and then on to the next one. Like,
Same beat throughout, no real deviation.
it's like these fucking 25 to 30-minute albums. How? It just doesn't make any sense to me as someone that loves music. I'm just like, it just seems so lazy. Write a goddamn bridge and put it in there. That's why I've been listening to K-pop and European bands for forever now because the U.S. has failed me regarding those things.
Well, I was playing that Eurovision winner.
Yes.
For
Oh, I saw
the other
that.
day.
I saw the performance, by the way. Oh my God, he was incredible.
Yes.
Sorry.
They're non-binary.
I keep forgetting, yes. On that weird ass disc. And going back, I was like, oh
Not only
my God.
singing the song live, going into opera, going into rap, going into like pop vocals, but also spinning in a circle
Yes.
on a giant satellite-looking
Yes.
stage prop. Literally
Insane.
to the point where they were leaning forward so they
Yes.
could balance themselves while this thing.
And singing
Spun
on
around.
key. Which is
'cause
insane.
They have to sing live on
Yes.
Eurovision. Yeah, that song goes everywhere.
Yes.
But I love it.
I love it. It all works.
Yes.
It's a ball of fucking chaos
It
that
takes
just
you on a
flows.
journey.
It does.
Yes. Which is what the whole song is about, actually, is going on a journey.
Yes.
With yourself. So there we go. We just have to turn to other.
That's what I've done literally.
Yeah, so we have to turn to other.
I don't
places
even
for
know.
our
I don't even know half the lyrics that these fucking K-pop singers are singing. But you know what? They have a whole song. It sounds. The production's amazing. And I get into it, and that's a testament of a true, actual song. If you can't understand the fucking lyrics and you're still moving and grooving to it, that's a well-made song.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out our sponsors and our show notes and save some money by using our coupon codes. Until next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.